Recorded live in a studio right next to an actual functioning chicken coop, it's the indispensable Thursday Show with Sable and Dave.
It's true. There is a chicken coop right next to us. Is this music going to fade out anytime soon?
Never. The music will never fade.
There's children playing near outside too, but maybe it'll be cute if we can hear them.
They'll never hear it on the show.
Mm-hmm. So I'm back after I had to take last week off. I had a female guest host sit in for me. How did that go?
I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
We were going to do a quick 20-minute show that turned into a full hour, and I had to say, let's stop now.
Wow.
It's getting long.
Cut it off?
Yeah.
I'm such a great co-host. I did not even listen to the show to give you any feedback.
Yeah, Elliot's not going to be able to get through a whole workout right now because we still went over his 40 minutes.
His leg warmers will be so sweaty if he goes the whole hour.
His leg warmers were so sweaty that they kept falling down.
Huh? I like where this is going. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. I
Good
see.
God. What are we doing? We're doing a show on a different night tonight.
That was the Ballast Point Brewing Company watermelon.
Yeah.
Watermelon what?
It's watermelon Dorado. That's what we're
Watermelon Dorado.
Double or triple IPA, 10% alcohol.
Well, it sort of hit me
good.
like a triple IPA, so.
It's triple-y. That's good.
Right.
There's a slight little hint of watermelon in there. It's good.
That's right. And we are recording this at a different time. So if you were looking for us live, we apologize now, the day after.
Sorry.
By the time you listen to this show, I will have left town and returned, missing our Wednesday night slot.
Yeah, but the show will still drop on Thursday morning because there's that clamor out there. We know.
That's right.
So you're welcome.
We appreciate you let us know if the show doesn't get there on time. Mm-hmm. So, Dave, we talked about homeschooling, and I got lots of good feedback.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And I found out some important things. Mm-hmm. Some women don't hate you.
Oh, okay.
Some women actually listen to the show, and they don't hate you.
Oh,
I was quite shocked.
Good. That's good to know.
And we have some Russian listeners.
Oh, I don't hate them either.
No,
I don't hate most women. Yeah,
just some.
Probably. I don't know.
All right.
I'm sure I hate some women, but most women I don't hate.
I think
that goes for all people. Most people I don't hate either.
By definition of liberal women's definition, as a white man, you hate women, right?
Supposedly, it's
okay.
inane. Inane? No, it's innate.
It's innate
to me, and inane.
Something like that.
But it's supposed to be it's it's kind of like white privilege is built into my DNA. My racism is built in right in, and my hatred of women should be built in.
So I didn't see your new Tesla out in the street yet.
Broke down on the way over.
The Tesla broke down?
Yep.
Don't they have robots that just like come out and fix it right on the spot?
The mechanic drones were supposed to come out. Nothing happened. The app was broken. I guess I couldn't get it a signal.
What happened to the Tesla? You just left it there?
Yeah, just left it there. It's over by Fish in a Bottle.
You pick up another one on the way over?
Yeah.
Okay.
This show provides, man. I could just pick up another one. I'll leave. I don't care. Someone will strip it. I'll get another one. Go right down to the Tesla dealer.
I think they'll just deliver it.
No, actually, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? A Tesla what? You have a Tesla?
Your new Tesla. I thought you were...
My new Tesla?
Yeah, right?
No, I might buy an Elio after talking to Rob on the show, the $6,000 motorcycle with a housing built over it, which is actually kind of cool, I think. Did you look at those online?
I did. It looked pretty cool. It doesn't get you in the carpool lane, though.
No? Okay.
If it doesn't get you in the carpool lane, there's kind of no point.
Whatever. What are they going to do when they make all of our cars illegal to drive? It's going to happen in 10 years. What about people like these dudes? I don't want to get the Hell's Angel types angry with their Harleys. They're going to say, yeah, you can't drive those in the street anymore. What? You're going to hear the little blade come out. Shing! What'd you see? Well, how are they supposed to drive on the road with self-driving cars? I mean, eventually we all got to get on the same page and say, okay, no driving because you're going to fuck up the system if you're the human driver. You're the worst driver out here, so we have to get rid of you because the machines actually are better drivers than we are because they never get distracted like we do. They don't get blowjobs while they're driving down the street. They're not texting. They're not doing their makeup. They're just focusing.
Right.
Now, each car, I think they have the data that they're compiling as they're driving. They do like 1 million miles a day or something. We do that maybe in a lifetime, each one of us, but they do that like every day. They get 1 million miles or more, and it's like everything's
talking about Google.
Yeah, Google cars. Everything's being categorized, and all the cars are learning from all the cars that are doing 1 million miles a day.
Well, we always said that as soon as it becomes popular, it will become affordable. Yeah. So the Tesla released an autopilot mode on there. So if you have $100,000 car, You have the Audi, you have the Tesla, you have any number of the high-end vehicles, the good high-end Mercedes. They'll do lane assist. You can push the button and sit back, and it will automatically follow on cruise control, stay in the lane, go around the highway, no problem. But the 2016 Honda Civic has it built in for $22,000. So even the common man, like you and I, if we could afford a $22,000 car, we'd be able to have that too.
So it goes. Rich people get them first because they're expensive. So you know what? Let the rich people spend their money on them.
Right.
They start figuring out better ways to make them better and cheaper. Eventually, we all get them. This is how it works. Only rich people had car phones when I was a kid. They had them. They were big bricks. Funny part, there was a guy down the street from me. He drove a Bricklin, and I remember he had one of those big old cell phones in the car. I was like, holy shit, that guy can make a phone call from his car. That is fucking... And this was like 1975, probably.
Pretty amazing.
So they had them. He was just a wealthy guy. Now we all have them in our pockets.
Right.
And by the way, get off of them. You're spending too much time on your fucking phone. Jesus Christ, kids.
Right.
Staring down at the thing.
So, did you see Batman versus Superman yet?
Not yet. I was thinking of seeing it maybe even tonight or tomorrow night. Yeah, but
so we shouldn't do a review of the movie we haven't seen yet.
No, but we can real quick read the transcript of Superman's address to the UN. Did you hear this?
No, I didn't hear that yet. Let's listen.
I have a transcript of it. He's a citizen of the world now because he used to be the truth, justice, and the American way guy, but the creators now, the comic book people, think that that's passé and that's a little too. He should be.
They don't want to be American anymore.
Yeah, that's too rah American. So they had him. He's renounced the American. I don't know if he's renounced it like Ted Cruz renounced his Canadian citizenship, but I
think we pulled his visa, didn't we?
He's just a citizen. Who? Ted Cruz or Superman?
Superman.
I don't know. I'll have to research that.
It turned out that he was an illegal alien. So
he was. He's worked it off though. He worked it off. But anyway, this is I don't know. It kind of goes weird at the end, which is I don't know about this address for Superman at the UN here. But listen to this. I'm going to read it.
All right,
I'll try to read it.
Let's hear what Superman has to say.
I'm going to try to read it in the Superman. You don't have an echo you can add to it, no? Probably not. So
sure.
You can just echo me. Try to do it. Oh, I have an echo. He added an echo. That Sable's amazing. I didn't realize the UN was this large. It sounds pretty big now. Anyway, here's what he said. I'm going to try to read this. Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kal-El, known to most Earthlings as Superman. As you know, I came to Earth as an undocumented immigrant with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Fate decreed that my spacecraft landed in a small Midwestern area, of the United States of America. And there I spent my youth, lived as a citizen, and as such fought for truth, justice, and the American way. But later reflection has led me to realize that since I came from another world, my citizenship should simply be of this world. I now consider myself to be a citizen of Earth, and I will work to unite all citizens of this planet. And as a citizen of Earth, I'm here today to warn you of a powerful enemy that is already in your midst. I have vanquished many powerful foes, the evil genius Lex Luthor, the diabolical Brainiac, the undead monster Solomon Grundy, the ruthlessly ambitious General Zod, but none of them can compare to the evils perpetrated by the State of Israel.
What?
Yeah. Even Superman. How big is Israel? They're like the size of what? Rhode Island? What are they? Jersey?
I can throw a softball across Israel.
Everybody in the UN has to trash Israel any chance they get. Now we got Superman piling on.
Was that it? Was that the whole address?
So I thought it was a little, everyone has to. I think we're the only country that doesn't accuse Israel of all the horrors of the world. They're like the biggest problem that the world faces. So that'd be kind of amusing if even Superman did that. So that's my wife didn't get that joke. I said, everybody's always attacking Israel. That'd be kind of funny if Superman did too. Mm-hmm. He's going to go and it'd be great if to solve the Middle East probably just goes and just murders every Israeli. Just sleep.
I guess we'll find out.
Heat visions all of them like a nuclear ray, and then then the Palestinians can take over and do whatever they wanted to do to that area, which I guess they'd just destroy it, right?
The Palestinians taking over would only absolve the guilt of liberals. Mm-hmm. That's all that would happen. They'd kill each other, destroy the whole land, Everybody would starve. It would be a desolate wasteland.
Yeah. Okay.
And the West would have anyways. So,
but at least the problem would be solved. No more Israel. So that's that would be good.
Yeah, I'm not with Superman on this one.
You're against Superman. I am too.
I'm anti-Superman.
He turned into a liberal. That's
Superman.
What else we got to talk about?
But if we arrested him and put him in prison, how would we monitor Superman?
We need kryptonite. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so we have kryptonite prison, and we've got him locked away. You gotta have something for the heat vision and the super strength. I mean, he's a god after all. Mm-hmm. But then, how do you monitor Superman?
You need security cameras, Sable.
Oh, what kind of security cameras are we talking about in prison?
I like this segue. There was a. I'm glad you bring this up, Sable. I didn't get it the first time. There was a. Yeah, sorry, I gotta. Thank you. I'm leaning away from my microphone. In Santa Clara County, this happened a little while back. Sheriff Lori Smith. Is
that spelled Lori?
Laurie, I believe.
Oh, that's the correct way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were in the news recently because I think there was some sort of they were accused. Maybe some of the guards beat up one of the where they were accused of beating up some prisoner or something like this, but they didn't have adequate security. Like weren't able to review this. It happened off camera, and so this sheriff here, she runs the jail, I guess, there, and she started looking into, let's revamp the camera system. We got to get a better one here. So the government said, okay, it was county officials, I guess, from that. Santa Clara. I don't know what county she was in, but California.
Santa Clara.
Is it Santa Clara County?
Yeah.
Okay. They said it's going to take 2 years, and it's going to take $20 million.
Wow.
To add to the existing system to get cameras going. So she, like a normal bureaucrat, said, okay, fine. No, she didn't. You know what she did? She said, fuck that. She drove over to Costco. She bought a bunch of cameras. Mm-hmm. She spent about like $760, I think, about.
That's
$750.
Probably 2 of their 20 camera kits.
She did those. Her and the guard set them up, and I think later there was some prison riot, and they caught it all because they had put these cameras up for $800. Mm-hmm. So, such a perfect illustrative example of how government works. $20 million, 2 years. Mm-hmm. This is what, but if you just let people, or how about let's let the people who know what they're doing solve the fucking problem and send us the bill. This is what you get with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders wants everything to be like the $20 million in 2 years thing. This is what he wants. He thinks he doesn't want this. He thinks it's going to be fantastic because I'm Bernie Sanders. If I sign it into law, everything's fantastic. Everything will work because we'll all love each other and everyone will be equal. Well, if that was true, that'd be awesome. But of course, it's not true. And this is what you get. You get what happened with this jail here. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind, people.
Yeah, Dave.
When you want big government to do everything for you, that's what they fucking do.
You would hate working for a college, Dave.
I think I would.
I've been waiting since the day after New Year. We went back to work. From that day, it's now the end of March, to get one video camera installed on the ceiling. There's already a bracket installed for the camera. They just have to climb up on the ladder, attach the camera, and plug it into the power that we had installed last year. It's been 3 months, and nobody is allowed to climb up on the ladder and install this except for the people that are in the facilities that are allowed to do it because of union issues. Oh. If I climb up on the ladder, I'm doing their job and I'm violating the union.
Well, so obviously unions in this case are doing a good service for.
We have to wait. It's been
the
3 months. It took this was a year ago. We got the equipment delivered.
Well, we're sitting here laughing, but I mean, really, this is pretty dangerous, Sable. You have to be a trained person to climb a few steps onto a ladder and twist a bolt. You could get hurt.
Yeah. The problem is that when the schools get so messed up that students are affected, they get out there and protest. At Cal State LA, they used to get up and protest all the time. They'd run around with signs up and down, and I never knew what they were protesting, but there was always a student protest.
There's a couple of them, actually. I'm glad you brought this up, Sable. I like your new system of segues.
It would be perfect if you did not announce that it was a segue.
I believe in total transparency here.
Oh, got it.
I had written this down the other day to talk about this, but since then there was another one. I think it was at Emory College. A horrible thing happened, Sable. There was a horrible hate speech was scrawled on the outside of a dorm on the ground.
Oh, right. I think it said
had
Trump 2016.
Yeah, horrible hate speech in chalk. I don't know what color it was. It would have been a
pink.
It was pink
to match Trump's face.
Yeah. Okay. There was a huge deal that the university president spoke about it, and it was talking about safe spaces and stuff. I was like, do I need to even comment on this? It's so fucking stupid. These poor kids, they're such idiots.
Drive over there and just slap somebody in the face.
Yeah. So Bernie 2016, that would obviously not be considered a hate speech, right? That would be perfectly fine.
I guess
These kids are so dumb. They don't realize though that once they start doing this shit, and if you give them their way, they'll start imprisoning. They'll throw the Trump supporter students into the brig. They'll create a little prison on the campus there, and before they know it, they're all going to be in there.
Right.
Because you don't stop with that. God, you dumb kids. You kids are dumb. But you girls are hot, and I wish I could have sex with you. But I can't. Anyway.
It's a good thing the wives don't listen to this show.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to make an edit point right there. Episode 63, 16 minutes and 10 seconds in. I'm not really going to make an edit. You're just going to have to live with that.
Speaking of Trump, though, I'm starting to get... when I was a Trump tolerator the first couple of weeks. Oh, this is amusing. This would be pretty funny having Trump president. And then as he kept talking and doing stuff, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's horrible. He's not presidential material. He's a buffoon. He's kind of dumb, maybe. But the hysteria aimed at him now is almost making me go the other way again. It's like people are so fucking scared of this guy. And the what was the like the Trump 2016? Come on. He's just a buffoon. He's not going to – come on. Look, you can't – by the way, if you think he's going to come in and start putting people in concentration camps, you can't do that kind of shit in a country where people have guns. Mao could do that, and Stalin could do that. And those guys, they took the guns away from everybody. Not here. You might get your head blown off if you start doing shit like that around
We could do it in California.
And you should.
People have less guns in California.
Well, concentration camps in California are okay. I'm okay with that here. Only here, though. States' rights. Only
drive around
only
Alabama
see how
trying
it works.
to round up people.
See how it works. Yeah. No one has guns here. Where was I going with that? But and the people that were blocking traffic, that's a sure. Oh my God! Seriously, you do not want to be in a car with me if I see someone deliberately blocking me from going to wherever I'm going, Trader Joe's, wherever. I don't care where I'm going. If they just fucking sit there and block me, I'm going to get out of the car and grab anything I have in my trunk and start smashing the shit out of their car. And it's like, why are you here? We're against Trump. Thank you. Now I have to fucking vote for this Trump asshole. Thank you. So that's you're making me vote for the guy you hate with your stupid shit.
This is why we don't like Obama to come to L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he comes to L.A., it backs up traffic for 20 miles.
Yeah. Thank God I don't live there anymore. But I was, for years while he was coming in and out of there. It's terrible. And by the way, too, the Trump thing, too. This thing where he did not denounce the KKK on Jake Tapper's show. I agree. It was kind of weird. He said he couldn't quite hear or something. He had some microphone problem. He didn't quite know what he was talking about with David Duke.
Liar. Yeah,
probably. But by the same token, if I'm on Jake Tapper's show or anywhere, let's say I'm walking down the street, I'm talking to someone, and someone said, "Are you a Democrat or Republican?" I might say, "Well, I'm a Republican." Oh, really? Do you denounce the KKK?
Didn't you do this? Didn't you walk down the street and ask people?
Yeah, I would go, "Fuck off." Look, I'm not your dancing fucking monkey. You don't have to denounce that. Are you a Democrat? Yeah. Oh, I assume you hate Japanese people then. Are you going to denounce FDR and his internment of the Japanese? It's like, fuck off. Yes, the KKK is lame. Internment camps were a bad idea. What the fuck are we talking about here? Who gives a shit? Why do I have... do you announce the KKK? Fuck off. I think almost... I was probably a little annoyed. Like, fuck you. I'm not going to denounce... Fuck you. Fuck you. Plus, he'd already denounced them on other shows, I guess. So that's why he was. But I don't understand why he didn't just say, "Yes, of course, I denounced the KKK." Do you denounce internment camp? That's what I would have said.
That would have been good. So we'll send that off to him.
So knock
him
it
a tweet.
Off. Knock it off. Yeah. And yes, I do think Trump's a fucking moron. So there you go. And I can't vote for the guy. But if you keep blocking traffic, might be another story. People, watch your ass on that. What else we got here?
Watch out!
We still got quite a lot of minutes here. Good.
Oh yeah, we're in good shape. On this special filler episode, we decided not to stay up all night, not to engage in our crazy chat room, although we're going to miss you guys. And we're going to have to switch our live slot to Tuesday nights, right? Starting in 2 weeks?
we are, yes.
So we'll have to take care of that.
Do me by surprise on that one.
That'll, by the time you hear this, we will have made the plans to move our recording to Tuesday nights if you want to join in the live show for the Thursday morning show.
Because Dave is doing some personal enrichment things that take me away from Wednesday nights.
Well, the donations went down, the listeners went down, and you had to get another job. Let's just admit it.
Uh-huh.
You're out there selling your ass to make a little extra scratch.
Yep. I gotta suck a lot of cock to keep this show on the air.
So as soon as our listeners go to the indispensableshow.com, click on the Amazon link, and go buy everything they can find, you'll be able to quit the job, and we'll go back to Wednesday nights.
Yes.
Perfect.
Putting it on them. You know what? I forgot there was still another campus protest I wanted to talk about real quick, too. It was at UC Santa Barbara. They were demanding safe spaces from U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents who recruit at the campus job fairs.
Wow.
What is it with these fucking people? And I was thinking, of course, it seems to me if you want the Border Patrol agents to leave you alone, you should just go across the border.
I think the Border Patrol
That's probably
agents
the safest place to be.
were probably just sitting at a table at the job fair. Just like, hey, come on over.
That's where they all were.
Right?
Because they're certainly not policing the border, right?
Right. When you go to a job fair, there's just a whole bunch of tables of people over there, and you walk up to them or not. Hey, you want to give us your resume? No, thanks. Okay, see you later. Like,
yeah. Well, you guys,
what was the
you
actual
kids with your
protest?
microaggression bullshit you're gonna be sorry, and the fat guy with the gray goatee laughing at you will be me.
But I took a great tip from you. You told me a couple shows ago that the millennials were afraid to say anything when you cut in front of them in the line.
I did? I don't remember that.
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay.
We'll have to go back and listen to the archives. You said they would never speak up if you just cut in front of them in the line. So I have not exactly cut in front of them in the line, but I've worked out a system in my local coffee shop at the college where I get my drink before everybody else without actually cutting in front of them. That's right. So
your
no one
name.
ever says anything about it. Not one of them.
You cut. You're able to cut them, and they don't say
without
anything.
actually cutting them. I go to the side and pay. I go to somebody else. I sort of wave, and they get my drink ready. And
I'm gonna have to see this. I'm gonna have to see this played out.
It's a pretty cool system. Pretty cool system. Especially when there's 15 to 20 people in line, and everybody's ordering some kind of drink that requires 16 ingredients and has 4,000 calories of sugar in it.
You be careful because one of them might not be the microaggression, touchy-feely, safe place millennial in there. He might actually be the one guy that's in ROTC. He's going, hey, fuckhead, back in the line. All the other ones are like going, oh, thank God that troglodyte who we hate stood up for us and made this guy get behind line because I wasn't going to say anything. Let's send him over to die just to protect our freedoms of having Starbucks in there. But I'm not going.
There was one guy that figured out what I was doing. And he was a faculty. And he looked at me and he smiled. He said, all right, I saw that. He said, I saw that.
Did you punch him in the face?
Oh, no. He just smiled approvingly because he realized no one was going to say anything.
I still don't know how you're going to. Yeah, I still can't picture how you're doing this. But maybe you could put on a clinic after the show.
Okay, so I order the same coffee drink pretty regularly.
I accidentally had you elaborate on a coffee story. People are going to kill me.
Coffee.
Sorry, Jesse. Jesus Christ.
So since and every now and then I'll change up my drink, but I'll pick a drink and I'll stick with it for a while. So when the people behind the bar see me, they're like, they give you the look like regular drink. I'm like, yeah, regular drink. Oh, you want your double shot? I'm like, yeah, double shot, sure. And they'll just sort of make it.
Oh, okay.
So I can go to the side of the long line and just throw my couple bucks at them that way and get my drink. Sometimes they'll just say, just come back and pay later. They'll just put the drink and I'll grab it and come back in the afternoon.
Yeah, take the bananas.
Now there's 2 registers in this in the campus. One, like you buy your food and then you pay on the way out of the line, and there's the coffee line. Sometimes I'll go to the lady in the other register. I'll pay for my drink and then I'll ask her to go make it for me.
How is the coffee at Starbucks? Is it good? Is it still good? What do you get? Do you get the regular? What do you get? What was it called again?
I get a double shot. Pulled long.
Pulled long.
If they can do it. Sometimes there's a little button for the long shot.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, just the straight double shot. It's good.
Do you like bagels with your coffee?
I love bagels, man.
Did you know there was a big study came out recently that bagels can contribute to higher risk of lung cancer?
I think the study they were doing, people were drinking coffee, smoking, and eating bagels, and they mixed up the three.
Probably. I love bagels. I used to go around to the bagel trays at the bars. You know, they pick out the little stubbed out bagels, and I'll go out in the parking lot and smoke them. You know, and I was up to two bags. Two bags a day, not just bagel. 2 bags a day.
Wow.
Clothes smelled like lox and cream cheese. You know, it's terrible. My wife didn't like it, but I was saying, no, it's sushi. It's sushi. I didn't have any bagels.
I think your wife would be a lox.
That's no way to live.
Lox girl.
Lenders, though, they're coming out with a garlic menthol low tar everything bagel.
Oh, okay.
That's encouraging. I recommend you get that if you're doing a lot of bagels a day.
Are they targeting children in their advertising too? Because that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
You always want to have a cartoon character to get the kids hooked on it early.
Actually, that story is misleading because really all they were talking about was the insulin surges. Of course, bagels being a white bread, they cause an insulin surge, but everything that's all breads will do that, and every you eat a candy bar, you're going to get an insulin surge, which in turn stresses out your arterial walls when this happens, and it's a little bit of damage every time, and this could obviously lead to more. It'll feed tumors if you've got them. This type of it weakens your immune system and all kinds of shit. So they really just picked bagels because people love bagels. Let's put it's clickbait,
right?
But it was a big thing. I saw it everywhere.
Let's scare all the jerk offs who don't know anything.
Yeah, it scared me for a few minutes, and then I read it. No, I wasn't scared at all. I really don't eat very many bagels at all. I look like I do, but I don't.
I eat them whenever they're available. If there's a tray of bagels, I will just go up and help myself. It could be there could be some event happening at the school, and I'll see a big tray. But I'll just walk over and start getting one, piling it up on the plate. And if somebody comes over and it looks like they're going to ask me, I'll take a bite. And they'll say, "Oh, are you part of the such and such?" I go, "No, I just saw the bagels there." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because as soon as you take a bite, they don't ask you to put it back.
Well, yeah.
See?
I wouldn't. Do you like the everything bagels? Those are my favorite.
I tend to go for the plain bagel. Plain bagel.
Missionary position, lights off, bagel, plain bagel.
I like my bagels cowboy style. Some maybe a little onion and garlic
everything
sometimes.
bagel. I'm just like crazy chick. Everything bagel, just whatever, man. Work it.
There you go. So, do you want to bring our guest in? We don't need to chat about the events of the day yet, do we?
Thanks for having me. It's Neil Diamond came in.
I'd like to
just. Is he performing? Are you performing, Neil?
Now listen, the audience is confused. We have a special guest in studio today. It's Neil Diamond, and he's stopping in because he's going to be doing a Frozen show over at the the Orange County Performing Arts Center.
That's right, Sable.
And I thought we were going to do a little bit of your show here in the studio.
Let's go into a couple of little live bits here.
So I grabbed
to give your listeners a taste.
I grabbed my guitar for you. Let me let's make sure it's tuned up.
Okay. Was that an actual functioning chicken coop I passed on the way into this studio?
Yeah, we eat eggs out of it every day.
That's great.
So the first one you wanted to do was Snowman?
Yeah, let's do Snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I'll never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay, bye. Thank you very much.
Oh, I really like that one, Neil. That's great.
We're doing all the hits there, all the Frozen hits
very
at the Orange County Performing Arts Center.
Now you wanted to do one more, right? This was sort of the big one.
This is the big climactic scene at the end.
All right.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn my back and slam the door. Snow glows white on the mountain tonight. Not a footprint to be seen. Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the king. The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always had to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn my back and slam the door. And here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let it go, let it go. Cold never bothered me anyway. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks a lot, Neil.
Thank you for listening to the Indispensable Thursday Show. You can subscribe on iTunes and anywhere that fine podcasts are served. Join us on our Facebook page or send us a tweet to @SableandDave.